Well, Jim, you must be delighted with the result today. It's a terrific performance as well.
Yeah, we worked really hard. You know, it, on paper looks a really professional performance, 2-0, and so you don't get that without everybody working really hard. So I think we got a lot of things right today, a lot of tactical, a lot of good decisions, lots of touches of quality, and so it was a really good win, and it puts us in a nice solid position to just keep working hard and keep creeping up the table.
Altrincham, as we know, the top scorers in our division, but that's 3 games this season where you've not allowed them to score against you. How have you managed to get that success where other managers haven't?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how other managers. You know, obviously the 3-3 at the weekend, and Darlington played with a back 5. So some teams have used different formations. I think it's all about just a combination of tactics, working hard, good levels of stamina and fitness to be able to do the job right. But what's been critical in all 3 games is us getting the first goal, and then we've been able to decide whether we want to high press, lock them down, or whether to sit in and wait for them to give us the ball, or force it through our block. And I think we had all those aspects of it.
Delighted as well to score the first one off a corner, and again that work on the training ground really paying off today.
Yeah, it was. I mean, a little bit like ourselves. They bring everybody back, and so we had certain things that we wanted to do. There was always a danger of the counter-attack if you overcommit. But ultimately, it's all about just getting the ball delivered into the right areas and allowing the strongest players to attack the ball. And you know, and Jake's done really well to force the ball over the line. So I'm really pleased for him. It was important that you know, a lot of fans would have seen him at Ashton, but in a game like this, that's when you want somebody who's got his predatory instincts. And whether he gets the goal or not, it wouldn't. My attitude would be that goal wouldn't be scored if he wasn't there.
That's right. The second goal, very important time to score, and what a contribution from Paul Turnbull. And I wanted to mention Paul anyway today because that was his 199th appearance for the club, so he'll clock up 200, assuming he's selected against Kidderminster at the weekend. It's a fabulous number to reach, isn't it?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I would have thought he'd had more. I think most of them would have been probably under my tenures.
Yeah.
Really, I think it was really important, Jordan and Paul. It was a difficult game for them because like they had to kind of be patient, and as long as we didn't get ourselves pulled around. But I think the quality for the goal just reminds us of Paul's range of passing. But what really pleased me about the goal was that I was so frustrated in the first half with our failure to take the pressure off the ball from throw-ins. We were throwing it into people and getting caught on the ball, and Matty Warburton, just a simple little rotation, took the pressure off it, gave it to Paul, and then Paul can get his head up and play the type of ball that he played at Wembley when he put Pilkington in to slide it across. Fantastic goal when you consider the throw-in, the pass, and what Frank had to do, because he made it look easy.
His control, I mean, to get it from the control with his left and then the finish with the right, and we've watched it again on the video, it's a fabulous goal. Yeah,
no, I was really pleased for Frank. It was a tough one for Niall, because like Niall's come on at Altrincham and scored, and he's probably thinking, but Niall's carrying a little bit of an issue with his glutes and his hamstring, so we're kind of Frank's got a good all-round game, and what we were conscious of is trying for Frank to be used in a way that was that brought out his strengths, and that's certainly I've been saying that we need to get him facing the goal a little bit more, because sometimes I think he wants to be the platform, and I think the teams that we've had a lot of success in the past, whether it be Liam Dixon or players like that, Chris O'Grady, it's the players that we can get in behind, and if a centre forward can be both of them, then he's got a real chance of having a good career.
You said at the start of the season that a couple of your targets were to improve away from home and then to improve results against the top 4, and you've certainly done that again, beating a top 4 side today, and you're starting to tick these boxes now. Yeah,
I mean, one of the biggest problems we had at the start of the season, I'm not sure what the top 7 or 8 are at the moment in terms of, I think we lost to Kidderminster, but that was a game that I always worried about, because we had to go to Southport on a Tuesday and Kidderminster on a bank holiday Monday after a Saturday game as a full-time side before we've even got into our flow as a hybrid. It was always going to be difficult when we got a win at Southport, but lost at Kidderminster. So I think Kidderminster is the only team we've lost to, I feel like. But no, they're all different games, and I think that what we've brought in a lot of new players, and a lot of the players that we've still got have got better. So I think the collective strength has gone up. I think we're getting a little bit more tactically aware. We're playing the game with some thought and some quality, but more importantly with a lot of hard work and energy and purpose. And I think that's shown in results. And like I said, hopefully we can continue that, because we were obviously facing a period of games where we play all the top boys. You know, Kidderminster and Altrincham away from home, who'll be smart after the 3 defeats, and Bradford had to come here. So, and after say 12th man today again, gave the team loads of energy, and we're in a nice position in the league, and we've got Kidderminster at home and Bradford at home and Altrincham in between. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of backing and lots of energy throughout the club. And like I said, it's a nice position to be in, because we always felt that if we could adapt, come together as a group and start getting on a good run of form, I always felt that we'd get stronger, fitter, more well equipped to win games as the season went on. So I'm really looking forward to New Year, especially if we can get that kind of result in the next 7 or 8 days.
Well, it's a run now. I mean, you're up to 4th. It's the highest position the club have been in since the opening day of the season when you beat FC United here. Does that mean you're happy with the squad now going into the new year, or are there still areas where you think you might want to or need to strengthen in that new year?
I think we're pleased with the league position. We have to take into context that we've played all our FA Cup games now, so there's still a little bit of adjustment needed in terms of spending more games in hand. I think a few of the teams have games in hand, and I'm sure based upon their form over the course of the season that there'll be points. So there's still a lot of work to be done to get into that top 3 or to be in a position to challenge for the top spot. I'm really pleased with what we've done. We had a good meeting as a staff at 12 o'clock just to discuss the progress of players and what we might need. And you know, I've always been a really big believer in giving players a chance to grow over the course of the season and not being too quick. A lot of teams have shuffled the pack really quickly. Players come and go at the detriment really of consistency. And I think that there's a couple of areas where I think we have concerns. Maybe in a few areas we might look at options, but there'd have to be really good options to improve on us. We're conscious of that at the moment one of the targets we set at the start of the season was to make sure that we don't have players missing from injuries, we don't have players missing from suspensions, and I think that the staff have done incredible in that regard to have everybody available today, which is a difficult one for the players who are not in the 16, but we've got a very solid 18. We've got a couple of young lads, the likes of Smalley and other players out, keeping fit and keeping warm. But if there's an opportunity for us to get 1 or 2 quality players to add to the group, then and the board give me that backing, then brilliant. Well, you know, it can only make us stronger as we go into the final 6 months of the season. So a lot of work to be done, and like I said, one eye on improvements, but really what we'll be doing is just planning for Friday's training, Saturday's match, and just looking to collectively improve on our performance, because we've done well today. The result's fantastic, looks very professional, but there's areas of improvement, there's areas of quality that we see, and we want to see it a little bit more often, and then I'll be less frustrated on the sideline and less having to do some work, and that's where I think the players have to accept that we're in a good position and we're a good side, but don't let that be the enemy of being a great side.
Terrific, well done today, great.
Thanks so much.